Say something. Huh?
Okay, you can't do that and then press record.
What's up, everybody? We're back. This is Danny, my wife of 20 years, Jessica.
Hi guys, welcome back to Unscripted Together. We thought we'd hop on here and talk about something going viral right now, something trending, because this is a channel where we talk about relationships. And one thing that has been trending right now is the Erika Kirk and Vance clip of one of the Turning Point USA events that she did. And her one clip that everybody's talking about is where she hugged Vance. So
I'll try
it's a hot topic. If you feel triggered, it is what it is.
And
Let's talk about it.
We're not talking about politics or anything.
No.
This is just the relationship part of it.
Yeah.
As you guys all know, Erika Kirk's, Charlie Kirk's wife, right? Mother of 2 kids. Comes from a super nice household, super nice family that they had. And lately in the media and in all over the web, there's been a lot of things that she's been saying and a lot of ways that she's been acting that...
Okay, so it's her demeanor, her body language that is questionable because of the fact that she lost her husband in such a tragic way 7 weeks ago. And it's just a little weird, guys. That's just my opinion. Please let us know in the comments what your opinions are. They may differ. They're all welcome. Everybody has a point of view.
So what exactly is a little weird?
So the
weirdness... So for those that don't know and haven't seen it, what it is you're talking about?
Okay. So I think you have to watch the whole thing. Like, I would always tell people, don't just take my word for it or the channel. Just go look at the clip. I think she did the event a couple days ago, a Turning Point event, and she welcomed JD because he spoke, and he spoke to college kids. Assuming, I think it was at a college. I could be wrong. I don't really know where exactly it was, but it was one of the Turning Point events. And she says when she is introducing him that no one can replace her husband, but JD has a lot of similarities. So that after she says that, she welcomes him, he walks in and she hugs him. She embraces him in a hug that is way too close for my comfort. I think for anybody's comfort.
I'll try to find a picture and put it...
Yeah, we're gonna put it somewhere. So you saw it, I showed you.
Yeah.
So it's the whole thing, right? It's not just one clip, because obviously you can take anything out of context and it can look horrible. I just think because we speak about relationships and all of these things, how does that translate? Because you're not really big into these things. I told you about it. So I was like, what do you feel about it? And I thought it would be like a good topic to talk about. So how do you feel if she lost her husband 7 weeks ago? We try to give grace to people. I understand that. Sometimes people make it a little hard because we can feel when someone is feeling sorrow, when someone's feeling grief, when someone is feeling like when someone's mourning. For example, when I watched Kobe Bryant's wife mourn him, I could feel her sadness through the screen. The way this woman talked about him, the love that I felt through the screen, I don't even know this woman. It felt so incredibly sad. The way that anybody that has lost their significant other in a public way, it's usually horrible, right? It's a very tragic, it's a tragedy. So it's just the whole thing. It's like piling up one after another after another. People say it seems a little theatrical. People say it seems a little off. People can't put their finger on it. Why does it feel so off? So in this last one, she embraces JD. They go to hug. He hugs her. He places his hands, I believe, right above her waist. And then she hugs him, but then she does, like, another hug where she, like, puts her hand on the back of his head. Ah, that just feels wrong, off. I don't like it. What do you think?
Uh, has anyone said anything in regards to JD's wife? 'Cause they're married, right?
Yes. So that's the other part of it. There's a million things. Everything's like everybody's talking about how I didn't know any of this. This is just I literally read it quickly. I could be wrong. So people were saying that this specific part about Usha, his wife, I don't know for a fact. So please don't come for me if this is wrong. That they were not that they were talking about having a divorce. They were like not in good standing before he became vice president, and then after basically they decided to stay together because it always looks better for a politician to be have a family and not be divorced, obviously. um,
I
so just the whole thing is strange because from Erika's perspective, she's always talked very highly of both of them, JD and Usha was with her when they flew the casket from Utah to Arizona and all the things, and she was always there, and there were pictures of her hugging her, holding her hand, and then this is very strange.
I think what makes it a little more controversial and a little more suspect is that the way she acts and her choice of words, and then you see a picture like this now, and it's just like, all right, this is just a little weird,
Yeah,
you know.
it's like piling on
It's like
top of each
God
other.
forbid something happened to my wife, I wouldn't be hugging her friend and putting my hand on her waist, or I don't know. It's just
Or
different.
the other way around, right? If I lost my husband, God forbid, and at that 7 weeks ago, you're not talking about years. This is like just happened.
Still fresh.
It's still fresh. I would still feel
Yeah.
like you were with me yesterday and then you were not.
And then
So, and then on that, you're introducing somebody who's a friend to you, right? That's what it's looked like when they've been together, and like they've been there for her, and that's great. And then her embrace to him is so extra
put your hand on his head
because she
like
hugged him
this.
normal and then she went and did the hand thing. It just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Why is it so much?
Well, that's part A, and then part B, you had told me that she said something like, if she were, what was it? What she said that he would be the next closest thing, or
Yeah, at
something
that
like that.
event, when she's introducing JD, she says, no one can replace her husband, but I feel like the but when she said but JD has so many similarities to him, that's so
That's
strange.
weird.
That's so weird. I
That's
can't
weird.
say in the same sentence, no one can replace you, but your friend has a lot. That's
Yeah. See,
insanely
that's the part that
off.
catches me right there, because I mean, a picture speaks a thousand words, as they say. But when the words are actually being spoken and coming out of your mouth,
Right.
that just makes it even 10 times
Right.
worse.
And people that actually, for a living, they study people's bodily movements, the way they move their eyes, the way they speak,
Like
the way
professionals. Yeah.
professionals have looked at all her videos, and it just feels so scripted.
So
Where
what was scripted in what
in
sense?
the sense
Like her
that
emotions, or
it's yeah, so some people say that she's not crying, she taps to dry like she's crying, she's not really crying. Maybe you're just not an emotional person in that sense. Some people don't cry a lot, and that's fine. So it's like, why just be yourself, and if you're not crying, stop wiping your face, because then
it
it's
looks fake.
misconstrued and it
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
fake, and then people are just coming for you because they're just like, why are you trying so hard to make it seem like you're crying when you're not, and then we're not, it could be nothing, it could just be that you're just a person that doesn't cry a lot. I know a lot of people like that.
hmm,
Now it just looks like you're going above and beyond to make sure that it looks like something that it isn't,
yeah,
right? So it looks theatrical. So why would you want something to look that fake is if you just have a bad
yeah,
there's some agenda behind it.
yeah. She
Um
definitely shouldn't have said that JD has a lot of
you can't
similarities.
say it in the same sentence. She
Yeah.
said it in the same breath.
I don't
It's
even know. I don't
strange.
even know why I would say that in public.
Right.
I mean, that's something you could have at a
You
dinner
can
table,
think,
or maybe think it,
yeah,
or tell a friend.
right.
I mean, you're a public speaker, you're a public
Right.
figure. You want the whole world to know that JD has a lot of
Right.
similarities to Charlie, and that he's I think she said she's happy to have him in his circle or something.
I don't know. Just
No.
the one where she said, "But," he has a lot of similarities. JD has a lot of similarities. It's just
Now,
the.
do you think it's just her choice of words, or do
What do you
you
mean?
like? Do you think that's not how she meant? Maybe we're just taking things, or the people, because
I think it's.
I know the
s-
internet's going crazy. So,
So
do you think it's all of us overthinking stuff, and that's not how she meant it? What do
I'm
you think?
I'm a firm believer that when people tell you who they are, trust them. And I feel like she's speaking her mind.
Yeah,
And I feel like we shouldn't. I feel like people want it to not be that, or they want to believe that she's not the person that we're
yeah,
feeling like she really is, which is not the greatest person because if everybody grieves differently, yes, but I'm kind of tired of hearing that just because I've seen so many public figures grieve, like mourn their loved ones, and everyone's different. And it shows like the sadness that a person in your soul. So I'm going to talk from a soul level, from a spiritual level. I can feel when someone is genuinely sad, and I can feel when someone is just pretending. To me, it feels like she's pretending. And I know that's a lot to say and that's really harsh if people can look at it that way, if they believe her. But it's just everything is oh, what I was telling you earlier is that everything just keeps piling up because people that have studied like her videos and things, because it's so strange, they are saying that her mannerisms and the way she taps when she's not crying, and she taps the same eye over and over and over. When you cry, both eyes tear up.
mm,
It's literally impossible to cry from one eye,
mm.
right? And it's just her demeanor. It's very like the first video, I watched something where someone was like literally studied it to the point where they were like, when she's giving a speech next to Charlie's chair, and she's like, and this is where he sat. It's that's a lot.
Yeah,
I and I at first I watched it and I was like, anyone being taken out like the way that he did was horrible. I would be upset. That's just it makes me sad for humanity. But her demeanor this last instance with JD, I just think it crossed the line. It crossed so many lines because
as
as a woman, like if I'm going to hug anyone out of respect for my friend, like in this case Usha, his wife, if I'm really close to her, which it looks like they are, I would make sure that it's like, hi JD, like, like even like a side hug, right? Or like a quick hug, or like where your chest is not touching the other person. This is a very tight hug. At that, she hugs his back and then hugs him on his head. And it's like when you do that, it's like you're embracing someone for a kiss, like a romantic kiss. It's just a lot.
you know what I find a little weird, and I could be wrong because I don't follow these type of topics online. Um, that Candace Owens hasn't touched on anything
She hasn't touched Erika.
that has to do with Erica. And
Hmm.
I love Candace. I feel like Candace is a great journalist. I feel like she does her due diligence. She provides a plethora of information
Hmm.
more than
I feel
we.
like you can disagree with her if you just
Yeah, you
some
can
people don't like
disagree with
her,
her on certain things.
but when she comes with information, she will show you from point A to Z where she got it, how she knows, how she can back it up, the
Yeah.
receipts she comes with.
Right. She always comes with receipts.
It's
And
you can't.
it's strange that she hasn't mentioned Erica not one time.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I mean, she could have done it in one video and I missed that specific video.
No, she hasn't. She
But you
said
follow her more than I do,
yeah,
and
she said she would stop because everybody was criticizing her, saying like that she's a conspiracy theorist and all the bad things, right? When people want someone to shut up. Um she said only two people can tell me to stop looking into this. Charlie's wife, Erika, and my husband. And neither one of them have done that. So here I am.
but she's also never even addressed any of these um
I
trending
think
topics. Like
right.
I'll give you an example.
But I think I honestly I commend her, and I this is why I like her, and I think that if if you don't like her for any other reason, she hasn't touched the Erica topic, and I really appreciate that because I think out of respect for her friend, She's not gonna do
It's
that.
out of respect to Charlie.
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
she's too, she finds it more important to find out what happened to him versus what's going on with
I
whatever
know, I
Erica's
know, but
doing.
as a journalist, you always report on what's trending. If it's Kanye West,
But I
if
don't
it's
think that's
this,
what
if
she
it's
does.
that.
I think she always looks for the truth. I think that
I know,
to
but
her,
that's so close to home for her that I would think
but I
she
think out
would
of
want to.
respect for her husband, I'm sorry, for Charlie, she's not gonna do that.
I know. I just, me personally, knowing that I was so close to him, like they were, and being close to her, I would try to shut the rumors down. I'd be like, guys, this is crazy. This keeps trending all over the internet. I don't know who came up with this craziness or this lie or this myth. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe try to help justify Erika's actions. Maybe try to help justify her words and kind of back her up instead of just like not saying anything. Like, how is it that there's trending topics regarding her and she doesn't even say a peep about it? That's what kind of makes me a little
But
weird.
Candace Owens is not the, but I understand what
You know
you're
what I mean?
saying, but Candace Owens is not the type of person to just touch on something because it's viral. That's not
But it's
her.
close to home, so
Yeah,
I would
but
think she'd want to put that to bed.
again, I honestly would do the same she's
You know
doing.
what I'm saying?
If Charlie was my friend and I wanted to know what happened to him because there's so many holes in the story, none of the information that the government is giving the people is making any sense. She's like, I need to get to the bottom of this, and no one else is looking into it. The amount of time and effort that this woman is putting into finding out what happened to her friend is commendable because no one else is. Imagine if something happened to you and literally the whole entire world just like moved on with their lives and there's only one person looking into what really happened. She has too much. I mean, she has a family of her own. She has 4 kids, I think. She has a lot on her plate to be worrying about,
Yeah.
little drama about who this girl's hugging or not. But so I commend her for that. And I think that she's more interested in what happened to her friend.
I don't know. I feel like when you're a public figure, you have to like know how to move. You have to know how to like choose your words. These people should all have like PR people that prep these speeches for them
Yeah,
and whatnot. So, you know, saying some of the things that Erica says and acting a certain way, you would think there'd be people on her team that would be like, you shouldn't say those things or you shouldn't touch people like this, or I don't know.
yeah.
You know what
I
I
feel like it
mean?
happens a lot. So I don't know. I always ask that. I say that to myself. I'm like, why would people just say these things? You pay people so much money to make sure that what you're saying is
And then the other thing,
politically correct.
I feel like she's always in front of the camera. Like like you touched on Vanessa Bryant when Kobe passed away. I feel like she gave her one speech
And
at
then we didn't see
at
her
the
again
arena,
for a long time.
and we didn't hear from her for like months.
Yeah.
There would be paparazzi capturing pictures of her in all black. Still having to live with the other girls and doing things that she had to as a mother.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like she was out here giving speeches and hugs and all types of stuff to people.
Mhm.
I could be wrong. Again, I don't really get involved into politics and TV and stores, stuff like that. I'll hear about it when it happens, or if it's trending, if it shows up on my feed, but I don't really get
Yeah.
involved. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like she's out there too much. Like
Yeah.
Erika Kirk is just like a lot. Like your man just got assassinated. They didn't pass away from cancer or any medical complications. Assassinated on national television, and you're just out here doing speeches like nothing happened, hugging other guys like nothing happened. Again, it could be a cultural thing. We're Latin. Maybe in our culture, maybe it just doesn't fly. Maybe in their world it does. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. For each their own. But uh, it's just unusual
Mhm.
and
It's
different,
very strange.
you know.
I think
And again, we're not judging. No one thinks we're judging. We're not sitting here, um, putting any labels on anyone or anything like that. It was just a trending topic, and we're like, that's interesting.
I want
That
to see what people think.
Yeah, I'd like to know what people think about this.
Mhm.
Guys, put stuff in the comments if this is normal to you. Um, if it's something that you would be okay with, if it's someone that you know that acts like this, and again, it might be a cultural thing. I don't know. In our world, we've been married 20 years, we've been together 20 years. Doesn't seem normal in our world.
Mhm. No, not at all.
In other people's worlds,
I don't
maybe.
so speaking I feel like even just the thought makes me sick of thinking that something could ever happen to you in such a tragic way. I don't I it would take the force of God. And a lot of people say, "Oh, she has so much faith and her faith is what's helping her." And that could be true, but to have the amount of energy to just think about when you're sick, right? You're just sick. Nothing horrible has happened, you just feel like crap. Imagine adding the fact that the love of your life, the man who was your kid's father, your best friend, literally taken from you. I just thinking about it makes me so sad. And you can put on makeup, you can have nails. I'm not saying look like crap and look like you're homeless to speak to people, but it's just weird, you guys. Like, there's no, when people have been crying, you can see it. I can put a ton of makeup on and you can still see, like, I was sick on the last episode and I can tell from I was off. Like, you just look off when you're not all there, right?
Mhm.
You can't pretend. That's one thing you can't fake. You can fake cry. You can say words to make believe someone something, but that you feel something. But things like mourning, like that internal grief that you feel that someone must feel of losing someone, the love of their life, just doesn't add up. When people keep typing, commenting, there's something off about her. I can't put my finger on it. I feel a lot of people feel bad saying what we all see.
Mhm.
It just isn't adding up. The mourning, the grief, the sad widow. If I didn't know who she was,
You
no,
wouldn't think
I
so.
would never ever guess that she just lost the love of her life in such a tragic way. Like, I feel like I've seen people cry more in a deeper way that didn't know him than his wife.
Mhm.
So that's what bothers me. And I think that's what bothers a lot of people. And I think this is why it's such a trending topic. If she was just a person who was just whatever, her husband didn't die and she hugged somebody, maybe it would be still a little questionable because why are you grabbing his hair like you're gonna kiss him? Why are you like the hug was just so close up,
Or
right?
maybe that's just how you hug. Maybe it's just perspective. Maybe other women don't hug like that.
I don't think so.
Maybe you see it because that's how you hug me, and that's how
Right.
you maybe
I would
maybe
never hug my friends' husbands that way. I would never hug any other man the way she did. Like she
how do we not know JD's wife didn't hug Charlie like that? Again, I'm always playing devil's advocate.
because it would have. I don't even see that happening. I feel like it's sort of an entitlement. I feel like there's an entitlement behind feeling almost like the right to like just be able to do that and have zero consequences.
Mhm.
It's strange. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. Are we wrong? Are we crazy? Do you see nothing wrong with it? Do you think that she just hugged him and everybody's making a big deal out of it? Or do you think that it's too close for comfort? She needs to be respectful to Usha, who's her I thought her friend. Um, and why are you comparing your late husband to he's great, but da 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 da? I just feel like the but just did it for me. Anything that came after but when she said, but JD has a lot of similarities, you kind of just like it just I couldn't believe it. I don't know. I don't like it.
That's all you got.
That's all I got. Let us know
So
what you think, guys.
that's all for the rant.
Yes.
She clearly wanted to make an episode about this because it's been itching inside. She's like, I want to say
I want to
something. I
know
want to
what
say
people think.
something.
I
I'm
want to
like, all right,
know
let's make a
I
short
want to
little
know if I'm
video
the
about
only
it.
one am I crazy? Am I the only person that sees it this way? I don't know. Like you have to see the whole
Well, we'll
clip
find out.
and you have to go see one other one other speech that she's given for you guys to have the whole context because this is I've watched like all of it so that I would know,
Maybe we can link the video link in the description section below,
we'll see. Yeah.
so that
But we'll definitely put the picture so that you
if you
guys
can
can
find
see.
it,
And then of course there's an AI video. I mean a picture someone just sent me of her standing on Charlie is horrible. On Charlie's casket hugging JD.
oh
This is a
my
lot.
god,
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's
how do we
obviously
not know it's not AI? The picture that you saw.
No, because Turning Point,
Oh, they posted
they
it?
posted the
Oh.
video,
Oh,
the
oh, the
whole
whole video?
speech.
Okay, so we gotta go look for it.
Yeah.
And then we'll link it in the link below.
Yeah, it's not just from, like, a TMZ thing. I would
Yeah.
never
And give us
trust
your
that.
opinions. Give us your opinions. Is this
Yeah.
something that's normal in your eyes? Is it something that you feel it's nothing wrong with? Is it something that you would do if your loved one passed away and, 6, 7 weeks later, would you be out here giving speeches left and right? Would you be out here comparing?
Just
Uh,
everything would remind me, that's the thing, that when you
yeah,
say that, it's like everything would remind me of my husband, right? So he did Turning Point everything, so he always gave speeches. Just even stepping on a stage would remind me of him speaking, and it would make me so horribly sad. It's been 7 weeks, you guys. Not 7 years, not 7 months, 7 weeks. So, I don't know. Let us know what you think. Thank you as always for coming by.
let's chop it up in the comments. That's what
Yes.
the comments are there for. Just put your 2 cents, put your thoughts in. We're doing our best to reply to everyone and just keep the community engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share, like, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for coming by.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace. Peace on both cameras. Peace on that
Oh,
camera. Always breaking. So
I know.
you're either always breaking something or forgetting something.